The moment you've had enough of yourself is the moment you'll start changing. The sad truth is that time will not stop for you. Every time you don't show up for yourself, that is time wasted. And you're gonna keep doing it. You have been doing it. You're so used to letting yourself down. That is easier than showing up for yourself and doing those things you know that you want to do in the long run. You want all the results. You want to be that person without the work that comes with getting to be that person. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're never going to be that person unless you do what you're supposed to get to that point. I have this quote on my phone, on my screensaver. I'm not sure who's it by, but it reads, "We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are." There's a reason why you're miserable. There's a reason why you're miserable. You are, as you are right now, not living authentically to yourself, to what you feel deep down you were here to be, who you were meant to be, and what you came here to do. Like a seed, you have a feeling inside that you're something more than just a seed. And you're waiting for rain, you're waiting for sun, you're waiting so you can flourish. But you're not grounded in the right soil. The routines, the habits, what you do day in and day out is not allowing you to bloom in the way that you want to. And all you see is darkness because you're deep underground. And you want to be up top, where you can feel free, smell the flowers around you, where the sun shines and the breeze caresses your spirit. I don't even know what I'm saying there. But this is why you're miserable. And you're not going to change until you've absolutely had enough of yourself. Because this is a game. This is a game that you can play for years. It's crazy how much time can go by and how much time can pass you by living a lie, not living authentically. It's insane how much can never change. When you're waiting around for the circumstances to change so you can feel better, so you can feel like you're living your true life. Time will pass you by. Nothing changes if you do not change. And yet that kind of sucks to do when you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do. I can tell you one thing though, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know. You just have to take the first step. And then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And then when you look back, that is when you see how much you have actually changed. I know you cannot keep being and existing the way that you have been. It's killing you. You have come into this life to live it, not to endure it. And you deserve to live a life where you can experience all the ranges of emotion that are not sadness and dread and waking up and wishing you didn't. So have you had enough of yourself yet? Because no one is coming to save you. No one. No one will. Putting your energy into other people, that's a distraction. You have to turn the focus into yourself. Worry about the relationship you have with yourself. That is the most important relationship that you will ever have. You were born alone, you will die alone. You better have your own back and be your biggest fan. And the thing is, you have not been taking action because you're scared, because you don't believe deep down that all these things that you want, you deserve. So I urge you to work on your self-worth and work on these beliefs that you have about yourself, your value as a person, as a human being. There's a reason you're here, and you may not know it until the end of your life. Perhaps you will know it by the actions you took, the decisions and choices and paths that you walked, or you will know it by the ones you didn't. Sometimes huge catastrophic events are what trigger people into making those changes they need to make in their lives. Perhaps someone that gets diagnosed with cancer decides to finally make those lifestyle changes that they so desperately need in order to be okay. Don't wait for the catastrophic event, because you know deep down, you know it deep down. So have you had enough of yourself yet? What are you waiting for? Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones we are at with ourselves. And it doesn't have to be that way. Try to push through fear, and you might find yourself on the other side. You'll learn how to love yourself every time you push through fear. If the only act of love that you can have for yourself is just to have faith in yourself and have belief in yourself, you'll see that belief is what breaks through fear. That confidence in yourself. You can try and change your narrative, just in the way that when you say a word over and over, it sort of starts losing its meaning or it starts sounding weird. When you focus on something and question it, why not? But why not? And who says that? When you wish to do something and then that little voice inside of you that says you're not worthy enough, you cannot do it, it won't work, it's not happening. Question it. Question why not? And who says so? Who planted that voice? And why are you repeating it to yourself? And just like an experience may have made that true, another experience can make it not true. So those beliefs can change, which means your reality can change. You are the master of your own reality. You are. You just have to become conscious of how much control you can have over your own life or over your own reality. When I was a little girl, my grandma gifted me a fairy oracle deck of cards. I was around 6 years old, which around that time I started to get scared when going to bed, and it was dark when the lights went off. I would imagine all these scary creatures when I closed my eyes and tried to go to sleep. And one of the cards from that fairy oracle deck that my grandma gifted me had a saying in it, and it goes like, "Fear knocked at the door, confidence opened, and nobody was there." After reading that card and going to sleep that night, and I closed my eyes and I started seeing all these creatures trying to scare me and get at me, I started repeating that phrase over and over and over again. Maybe to shut down the thoughts that made me scared, or maybe to try and feel confident when I didn't. Either way, that made me not be scared of dark ever again. As if it was magic. Perhaps all you need is a different voice than the one that you keep hearing whenever you set yourself to want to do something that tells you, no, you can't do it, you're going to do what you always do, and the day is going to go the way that it always goes, and it doesn't have to be that way. Maybe that saying was kind of like a mantra, so I invite you to have your own mantra, to fight these other words and other thoughts and fears that come from a place that you no longer need. You no longer need to think those thoughts. You no longer need to not believe in yourself. You no longer need to be in fear of living the life that you want to live, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to give you your life, the life that you want to have, the person you want to be. Nobody else is going to hand that to you. No one. No one is going to do it for you. Life is a game that we all come to play, and some of us chose to play life on hard mode, and that's where we start from, but that's okay, because it means that on the other side of that we can have wonderful things with all the more merit. I know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe in yourself and believe that it's possible. F all the other stuff. It's up to you when you say you've had enough. Don't wait for other people to believe in you. Those people will come the moment you believe in yourself. And that's how it goes, isn't it? Confirm those things for yourself first. You got this.